Lumberjack Barbecue. It's been a long hiatus. There's a lot going on. I still got a lot going on. But I recently found London Broil for $2.98 a pound. Not a big beef guy, but I thought that was a pretty good price. It is a lower cut of meat. I understand it's a low and slow kind of meat. We're going to sear it 1 minute on one side, 1 minute on the other. It's going to have some pepper all over it, some salt. It's been brining in a concoction of vinegar and oil and Italian seasonings for probably 12 hours. We're going to take a half a stick of pepperoni, cut that up. That's going to be incorporated later, as well as some onion and possibly some mushroom. We're going to use some cheese. We're going to make some cheesesteak wraps is what we're doing tonight. And we're doing that out in the grill. It's spotty rain, but I'm thinking I can work it in and get this thing going. What we're going to do is we're going to take it on the grill to a rare, maybe medium rare, and then we're going to bring it back in the house, let it rest. We're going to slice it up as thin as we can get it and as small as we can get it. And we're putting it in a cast iron pan. And in the cast iron pan, before we put that in, we're going to have our onions and hopefully mushrooms if Mrs. Lumberjack can pick them up. And then get the London Broil in there, throw the cut up pepperoni in there, and once we get that where we want it in here, we're going to bring it back in the house and make ourselves some wraps. So I hope you stick around. I appreciate the fact that you hung with me, even though I haven't had a video out in quite a while. And we'll see how this goes. Take care. Alright, so Mrs. Lumberjack just brought home the mushrooms. We were wondering if maybe they would or wouldn't be part of this cheesesteak wrap here, and they are part of it, as well as the onions, the pepperoni, and the London Broil. So we're getting stuff ready. The charcoal's outside, and getting ready to go on the grill. And so we're going to have a little bit of a meal here tonight. Mrs. Lumberjack joked that we're probably not eating until 9 o'clock. She may or may not be right, but whatever. And that's what we're doing here. A little something with some cheap beef. So thanks for again for sticking around. And my finger. No, just joking. Thanks for sticking around. And I know I haven't made a video in a while, but here we go. Let's get ready to rumble.
Whoa! Boring.
5. Boring.
What?
We'll put that in. I don't care. All right, we rinsed the London Broil off, and now we're going to apply some salt and some pepper. The grill's going crazy out there. We're soon going to go out there with some oil and a napkin and clean off the grates, and then with the oil and the napkin, make a non-stick surface. So we're just going to add a little bit of salt to this as our quote-unquote rub. We already rinsed it off, got all the marinade off. I shouldn't say all of it. We just got most of it. And now we're just adding our seasoning to the outside, or rub or whatever. And soon we'll be taking this baby out there and searing it probably 1 or 2 minutes on one side, 1 or 2 minutes on the other, and then moving it to the low and slow side. We're going to take it to about rare, maybe medium rare. And then we're going to bring it in, let it rest like I talked about earlier, do all of our stuff to it, blah, blah, blah. So that's where we're at here at Lumberjack PA, or Lumberjack Barbecue, as you might call it. So stick around. We're going to get to some more culinary action here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for forgiving me for my hiatus. We'll be back. Alright, we're outside now. I just cleaned off the grill grate, and I applied some oil with a napkin or a paper towel. We have our non-stick surface. We're going to do a little sear on this London Broil here. Look at this fat right there. I'll tell you what, that is a beautiful, beautiful piece of meat. $2.98 a pound, so I had to jump on it. We'll take this baby. Yeah. Set her over those hot coals. And in about a minute or so, we're going to flip it over, I believe. And we're going to leave it all open. We're not putting the lid on. We're just trying to sear. So we'll bring you back when we go to flip it over. See you. Alright, welcome back. Our first side has been seared. It took about 3 or 4 minutes. And look at that. That is what I'm talking about. We're going to go another 3 or 4 minutes on the other side, and then once that's done, we're going to pull it over here onto the cool side or the indirect side, and we're going to let it go for a while, put the lid on, all that. And that's what we're doing here today. Stick around. Alright, welcome back. 2 sides are seared. There's the first side, there's the second side. We're going to move it over here to the indirect side. We're going to let it go for a while. Shouldn't take too long. And then once this is done, we're going to cut it on a bias against the grain and get ourselves some cheesesteak burritos going. Cheesesteak wraps, burritos, whatever. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye. What I forgot to show you is that I'm planning to put some hickory wood in here and get ourselves a little of that flavor going on. And this is like the bottom of the bag. And we'll get a little smoke action going and get some of that hickory flavor on there. This ain't a normal Philly cheesesteak wrap here. Actually, I don't even know if the Philly cheesesteak wrap is anything. Maybe that could be something that I patent. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to put some hickory smoke on that baby. And we'll let that go for a little bit. Get a thermometer out here sooner or later and get ourselves to like rare, medium rare, and we'll see when we get back. Bye. Okay, so our London broil is at the rare to medium rare. Is about 133 degrees. That actually is probably rare, and that's alright because we're going to cook this some more. Right there it is. We're letting it rest. And we're going to get our mushrooms and our onions going soon. And then throw in the pepperoni a little bit later. So here's what we're going to do. Take our onions, put them in this cast iron pan. And it only got on just a little bit ago, so you aren't going to hear any sizzle or whatnot. And then some mushrooms. And you see a little orange there. That's from the pepperoni was sitting on it. And that's what we're doing. We'll put the pepperoni in a little bit later. All it has to do is be heated because it's already been cooked. So we're good to go. We'll bring you back when we're kind of doing some other stuff and getting this all going. Stick around. Alright, welcome back. We got the London broil sliced up over here. We're working on our onions and mushrooms over here. A little bit of salt. A little bit of fresh cracked black pepper, or as Keith Bettag would say, fresh cracked black jack. And we're going to let them go for a little while, let them get browned up and softened. And once that's done, then we're going to add the steak back in, the pepperoni in, and we'll get it all working together. Once that's done, we'll take it in the house. We're going to apply some cheese and do some wrapping, and we'll see you then. So the onions and the mushrooms are getting about where I want them, and they're going to be in here for a little while with this steak. So I could take the London broil and incorporate that into the pan. Do a little mixing, try to get the onions mixed around with it. Put that over there. Oh, no wait. Couple pieces here. Try to get this incorporated, moved around. And we're gonna let this go for, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it takes. It smells delicious, absolutely wonderful. And that's what we're doing here. Won't be long before we add the pepperoni. We'll bring it back when we do that. Thanks a lot for watching. See you soon. Alright, welcome back. We got our steak, mushrooms, and onions in here, and they've been hanging out together. It's looking really good. And we're about ready to add the pepperoni. The pepperoni doesn't really have to be cooked, actually. It just has to be kind of warmed up or whatever. So that's what we're going to do right now. And right there it is. Sliced and chopped up and whatnot. And this is going to add a bunch of flavor to this. And once I get this all heated up and done up, we're gonna take it in the house. We're gonna do some wraps and some cheese, and we're gonna do a little taste test, and we'll see you then. All right, so what we have here is the steak, the pepperoni, and onions and mushroom, and we got a wrap here warming up on the stove with a little bit of cheese, and we're gonna take some of this mixture. Not a lot, because it ain't all gonna fit in there. That's about right. That's American cheese, that is. And we'll transfer this to our plate here. We're gonna roll it up a little bit. And there we are, our cheesesteak wraps. Gonna take a little bite. Ooh, that's hot. Cheese and crackers. That is good. I like it. I'll tell you what, a little mayo or a little something else, whatever, mixed in there, a little sauce or something. That's good. Thanks a lot for watching. Stick around. I'm soon to be doing some other episodes. I'm doing some beef ribs this week for my brother, for his dart team. They won the championship this year out here. And thanks for watching. Take care.
Peace.